Alright, brilliant. Here's the Consolevania top 5 real life gaming memories. Just to clarify what that means, basically we're just reflecting on games that we played that we have attached to good memories or significant memories. In real life.
No in the game.
And then we've made a list for you to enjoy.
And dating apps don't count as a game. And there's no good memories.
We don't want Ryan to mention anything. Ryan's doing some dating now.
Don't mention it.
We don't want him to mention his dating apps. Right, let's go then. Who's going to go first with number 5?
I'll go. I've not got these in any order though, is the thing.
Oh, how do you order memories? How do you do that?
I'm going to have to. I've written down a few memories and I'm just going to pick my favourite memory as number 1. That's
okay, alright.
With number 5 I'm then going to go for a game that wasn't even me playing because I'd already finished it at that point, but it was Suikoden II. On PS1, Suikoden 2. PS1, and it was the memory that I've got of Suikoden 2, as I say, I'd already finished it. We'd both already finished it, but we were watching our pal Michael play it in a caravan while we were on holiday in Millport. I think we've been there for 2 weeks in Millport, and that's the kind of things that you used to do in like the 90s and early 2000s, is that you would sit and watch your pal play a game that you've already played before.
But that's basically Twitch, isn't it?
I suppose, ultra live.
Except we were commenting live, you arsehole, you're going the wrong way.
You don't need to check every fucking vase. You've been here already, why did you not pay attention to what that guy said? It was a really frustrating time, but I remember it quite fondly, because it doesn't happen anymore. It's a thing that doesn't happen anymore.
Number 5,
Suikoden 2.
Jerry?
My number 5 is kind of similar to that in a way that it was about watching somebody else playing the game. It was Player Manager on the Amiga. Which was the first time we'd ever seen like a transfer system, like an extensive transfer system. And my cousin, it was my mum's friend's son. That cousin had come in the house, and me and him essentially formed the board. And my brother had the skills. Kenny could play the game and was good at doing the games, but we made all the big decisions about signing guys, all these randomly generated. And it was nice. Do you know what was weird as well? It was like names that you don't see for footballers anymore. It's like footballers' names go in and out of fashion. I know there's like, it's different about Chapman and stuff like that. Players were called Chapman and Baxter and stuff like that. And they're all randomly D Chapman, C Baxter and all this kind of stuff. And you're like, and it was brilliant. We watched it play it, and we played it all weekend. And then when he went away back home, he called up to see how the team was doing. Just you're like talking about just watching something play, and you're like you just wouldn't do that anymore. It's like live Twitch again.
Number 5, Robert.
My number 5 is Friday the 13th on the Commodore 64. And the reason why I've got that on the list is because I remember going to buy it at John Menzies. I used to call it John Menzies. I found it later in life it's meant to be John Mingus, you see. But John Menzies, my big brother took me down to John Menzies, and I bought Friday the 13th with my pocket money, and there was blood capsules inside it. It came with blood capsules that you could chew, and blood would pour out your mouth.
Did it stain your skin?
Yeah, it was one. They really stained all my clothes, isn't it? But it was not a very good game, Friday the 13th in the Commodore 64, but very exciting because I was a wee guy. It felt like I was playing a forbidden thing. It reminds me of my big brother, and it reminds me of the blood capsules. What an amazing gift to get with you. We'll get that in limited editions.
You don't get that anymore. Blood capsules.
Number,
the games.
Number 4, guys. Number 4.
We'll just stay in order.
Go on then for a bit.
Oh, it means I need to pick my number 4 now. Yeah, just because there's not much to this memory, but it was a moment. It was because it took me quite a long time to even get to play Half-Life. Before I even got to finish it, because I was a bit shite at it, because it's essentially a first-person shooter. But I think it was I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday night into Sunday morning, and I finished it on Sunday morning at about 7 o'clock in the morning. You were there, but you were conked out on curry and Fanta. So about 7 o'clock in the morning, everybody else had conked out. I finished Half-Life for the first time. That's it. That's my gaming memory.
What did you want? Were you looking around for like some sort of
Kind of
reward? Well done, son.
Me and like everybody else that's collected.
Do you know, that story sounds so similar to my friend who won the Thai kickboxing world championship and came home and no one was in. It sounds like you wanted the same kind of recognition.
It sounds like somebody winning a kickboxing championship.
World championship.
Did they win it after like being up all night fighting?
I was
That's what I've been doing.
Number 4, Jerry.
My number 4, I was a wee bit older than my number 5. I was in halls of residence at university, and there's a lassie I'd agreed to go on for a drink with. I went to my mates that lived in the next room, and they had Mario Kart. And it was the first time I'd ever seen, an N64 and Mario Kart as well. And I just started playing this, and I instantly knew I wasn't going on that. I wasn't going out to meet that girl.
Cancelled out of the date?
Well, worse, I just on purpose lost track of time. I knew, I was like, I'm not going. And she knocked on the door. She looking for me.
No.
Yeah, and it was like a proper being caught like by your wife in the future, and you're like, I'm just there caught red-handed playing like this game. She's like, are you coming? No. No.
What age
I have married her now. No, she's, what's that?
What age were you here?
20, 21? 21?
I'm in my 40s and I still don't get stories like that. None of my stories are getting classes in.
I could tell when I said I was at uni, you both went, "Pff."
My number 4 is Kirby's Epic Yarn. Playing Kirby's Epic Yarn with Hope, with my daughter Hope, because I remember it being the first. It was like the first game where I kind of felt like she was really into it. She was like crazy into it, and she was good at it, and it's just an amazing game as well. So just a beautiful game playing through it with my daughter. Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Is that co-op?
Yeah.
My number, we're on 3.
3.
My number 3. It's an Amiga game. Jerry.
Yes.
Or I played it on the Amiga, it's whatever. It's not a particularly good game. It's Parasol-Stars. But I've got this weird. I'll be the only person in the room because there was like 6s in the room when I was playing Parasol-Stars the summer that it was out, and it was just a summer's evening, but there was a thunderstorm, but there also happened to be a few people around. Like my sister was in the room with a couple of her pals, Michael was there, Craig McLean, who was in your year at school. There was just a group of us, which was unusual for me growing up because I'm not that social, but there was a group of us mainly watching me playing Parasol-Stars while there was a thunderstorm happening. That's my gaming memory.
Just almost romantic, but really creepy instead. Bit like your dates.
What's creepy about
You know,
Just a
like all these people are watching
obviously.
you and there's a thunderstorm.
Jerry's went immediately to Dracula the minute he heard thunderstorm. Right, 3, Jerry.
3.
You know they use parasols and Parasol-Stars, so it's like a thunderstorm while I was playing
thematic,
Parasols.
it's beautiful.
Right, good.
No, it's beautiful.
Go on.
My number 3, this one actually wasn't even that long ago. It was just a really interesting moment, and when you suggested doing this list, I was trying to think of different eras rather than all being straight back to my Amiga kind of, because that's so connected with my brother and all that. And actually one was with my son. This was just playing Mario Odyssey about 6 months ago. And he'd not even seen games in this, like he's just too young, he's too hyped and stuff for it. But he'd just come in, he was like, I've got it all set up, and he just comes in and he's just seen Mario making all those noises and all those colours and things all happening, and he was just like, what's this, Daddy? And I was like, and I'm explaining to him, it's a game. He's like, that's the man. You're like, aye. He's not dead smart yet. But and he's just watching it and trying to understand.
But it is the man, though, he's right.
And he's spot on, it's the man, that's the man, he went, aye, that's the man. And he just sat down and watched, because you mentioned this before about Hope, you've said before, like just watching you, kind of watch you play this, and you're like, brilliant. And that was the first time that had happened. That's only like 6 months ago, so it was a weird wee interesting moment. That's him trying to understand what games are, like video games are. That's interesting. That's the
Nintendo
man.
should use that. My number 3 is, I don't know if Ryan remembers this, is Halo 3. Pretty sure it's Halo 3 multiplayer co-op. Playing through the campaign. Me, Ryan and Kenny playing through it.
I remember details about it that you might have forgotten, so carry on. We'll see.
Oh no, this is good. But I just remember it being with Michael play as well.
Off and on.
When he was mainly us three, wasn't it? But I that was some of the best fun I've ever had playing multiplayer online stuff. Three people having a calamitous.
Aye, but do you remember how it was working by the end of the game? Because I was furious by the end of the Halo 3.
What,
the ending of Halo 3 for me is just kind of ruined, because the way it was, the way
you got the cutscene.
Aye, that as well. But the last couple of levels of Halo, because we were so bad at it, what we started doing was using me as a respawn point. So you and Kenny would go away and do missions, and you'd be like, you just stay safe, and when we die, you. So I wasn't even playing the game for the last couple of levels.
That's good tactics.
It was good up to
You have to sometimes you have to do something with the shite one. And then you have to. No, but I just remember remember the big machines, like the big walkers, the big ships, and having to get in and oh man, and it was just, and it was proper, Xbox Live working beautifully. I saw Halo 3. Two.
Well, I might as well do this because it's kind of almost exactly the same to what you said. Again, I don't know if you remember it, but I've picked Midtown Madness 3.
Oh.
But Midtown Madness 3, Crimson Skies, that first wave of Xbox Live games were unbelievably good fun, hilarious, sometimes absolutely hilarious, and it was mind blowing.
Like Project Gotham as well, Project Gotham.
Driving about Edinburgh with strangers and Waynes, and it was just fucking really, really. I was about to say having it in a console, albeit the Xbox, which is essentially like a washing machine, but still in a console, online playing with your pals, and it worked, and it was just
and chatting and just having fun. Remember we were playing Crimson Skies. Remember the French guys were on it and stuff. Remember? Oh man,
old Frenchmen playing it with old Frenchmen.
Aye, great.
My number 2. This one is an Amiga memory. Was playing Biplanes. I think I've mentioned these before, used to play biplanes. It was just something that me and my brother got obsessed with. Just these obviously 2 wee planes taking off, but then you could time it perfectly so that once you because obviously you'd go on the screen and
stop
and
the other one,
so you could stop and take that, and you could time it, and to have the barefaced audacity to just continue to shoot my brother and never letting him take off, to not even let the game become a game, and just him flipping out and throwing the joystick away like that, and you're going, I'm still going, still circling the skies, and he's like, stop, let me take off. And I'll let you take off. Yeah. Obviously it's going to happen. What a simple game, but just just so
simple
engaging.
Simple ones are the best, mate.
So engaging.
My number 2 is Kickoff 2. And the reason why it's Kickoff 2 is, I remember it was New Year and we had a Kickoff 2 tournament, and everybody in my ma's house, all the guys everybody was all drunk, and my particular gaming memory is my dad and my brother John playing a match, a Kickoff 2 against each other. It was their tie in the tournament, and they played the full match without a goal. They were so shite, they barely dribble. They thought just constant throw-ins. Full match without a goal, went in extra time, first half extra time, no goals, second half extra time, no goals, into penalties, no goals.
I remember penalties being quite hard.
Into penalties, and it was like, no, guys going up right through the whole team, even up to the goalie taking a penalty, right, which I'd never seen before. And then finally the last chance was my brother's goalie. It was the last chance to score a goal. He came up and he missed as well, he didn't score. and all the players all just ran off the pitch and the game crashed. It was almost as if the game went, fuck it. Like, we didn't imagine this would ever happen, but it was just so funny. It was hilarious, and everybody was all running the computer, like all like cheering, like even though it was the most exciting 0-0 draw there's ever been. Number one then, right?
Number one, again, this is more an example of a particular time. But the game I picked was another Amiga game, Jerry, but no one that you would remember fondly. You remember Forgotten Worlds?
Yeah.
It's an absolute. Do you know what?
Yeah,
it's no good. It's not
No,
a good
it's
game.
good.
And we finished it. Me and Michael finished it, but it's just one of the two-player games similar to that online. They said it was just betas that we played through this stinker obsessively just throughout the summer days. Just this terrible fucking two-player game, but I remember it quite fondly because we could laugh about it with each other. You would never do it by yourself, but laughing about it, playing it together. That's the number one.
Did you finish it?
I finished it. Finished.
Sometimes you just get determined to get like you're already in a river of blood.
We did the same thing. I remember we did exactly the same thing with Bart versus the Space Mutants. Way Cheat Zone as well, but still couldn't finish it. It's no doable.
Do you remember the ending of Forgotten Worlds? He's forgotten it.
I
He's
forgot what was the
forgotten
button. It'll be a screen.
Number one.
I was caught between two different ones there. I was either, because I'm not sure if one of them counts as a gaming memory, but it's intrinsically connected to the Amiga again. But the one I was going to say is just playing Guitar Hero with my pal all through the night and doing that classic being obsessed with Guitar Hero, but staying up all night and smashing Jack Daniels, like like rocks. Like we did it a few weeks in a row, and we had to have a word and stop because we both bought a bottle of Jack each. And we're playing Guitar Hero like that, and then the next week we brought like a spare bottle of Jack Daniels, and that got drank as well, and that's when I had to stop. So that's like I can see from Ryan's face there, that's maybe a bad
It's like
memory.
Rolling Stones level 3 bottles.
You should definitely get extra. There should be like an alcohol tester on the buttons
games are
that are like no, you're way over.
Playing Rapstar as well when you're drinking is
Yeah.
just amazing. Like any of the kind of games where you can get your swagger on while we are.
Exactly, it's like a full-on night out in playing a game. But my other one, the one that I want to go with is totally different to that, and it was when my dad had set up the Amiga for us, because my dad liked to treat it like it was a proper computer and all this.
Yeah.
And he set it up, and unbeknown to us, he'd set it up to speak to us.
I am the Commodore Amiga 500. I am the ultimate home computer, so easy to use, with powers and...
This is like mind-blowing, so we came in, we turned it on, and I can remember to the word exactly what it said to us. It said, "Hello Gerard, hello Kenneth, hello Jennifer. What games are you going to play today? Perhaps Speedball, Gremlins, or maybe Paperboy? Anyway, have fun. Bye-bye." And we shit our pants. But it's an amazing,
sweet,
connected gaming memory, and that was like the 3 games Dad had seen us play all the time.
I feel like the future.
Yeah, it was bonkers, it was weird.
Well, my number one is, it has to be, I could easily have picked Pro Evolution Soccer, playing it with Kenny, but it has to be Fire Pro Wrestling D, playing it with Kenny, and this was back when I was living in my ma's house. And we'd be up in my room, and Kenny would come and stay the night every Friday night and Saturday night sometimes, and he would come and he would stay the night and we'd play Fire Pro, and we got so good at Fire Pro D, and I'm no kidding on, we used to play it for hours and hours, and we got so good at it, it was like 5-star classics every time we played it. It was like just amazing matches, and we'd work them like proper wrestlers as well. We wouldn't we'd like kick out at the right times and stuff like that, and we'd go, right, I'm going to do this now. It was almost like a cooperative experience.
Did you
even though
have
it was
matches that like were having trouble ending?
But that was in Giant Gram. That was the problem with Giant Gram 2000, is that when you get so good at reversals, then it was just you could never finish the match because you were just reversing everything that the other guy was doing. But it has to be that. It was a beautiful golden period, that games wise, when Kenny and Louise used to come and stay at my ma's, and we'd just play. Louise would play Blade Runner I'd be playing Red Alert, and then we'd be playing Fire Pro, and we'd be playing Pro Ev. But just that amazing time when, you know, Amanda was still alive, and everybody was young.
I think you've said to me, you mentioned before about like playing Pro Evo and having to stop as well because it was getting too competitive. And the best was actually if you could get a man sent
Was he a
off.
fucking wind-up merchant? No,
So if you to get a man sent off, 10-man glory.
It got to the point.
2-man sent off, 9-man glory.
Mugs Cup.
Mugs Cup.
It got to the point that once the final whistle blew in any match of Pro Evolution Soccer that me and Kenny were playing, whoever had lost chased the other one to batter fuck out of them. So basically, you would go like that, you'd play it, and then the final whistle would go, and then I'd have to run out the room downstairs and lock myself in the toilet to get away from doing.
There's no more demoralising defeat in that video game life than losing 1-0 to you in Pro Evo if you've got 10 men on the pitch.
And I'm doing that thing where I'm trying to get guys sent out.
You've just been a dirty bastard.
To try and make so I can go, oh, I'll get 8 men as well.
8-man glory. 8-man glory.
Right.
That's the top 5 gaming memories, some of them.
Aye, some of them.
Doesn't matter.
Quite a lot of them involve other people, I've noticed.
Yeah. We should maybe get those other people.
Other people are
in
good,
the
aren't
show. I like other people.
Oh, right, that was good. It's same, more pops into your head when you're doing it.
Totally. I was rewriting it going along.
You find you're kind of self-editing them a wee bit as well. It's kind of like...
That should be nice.
I know, but you know, it's
Should put this table back before it falls down.
Lift, completely lift, slowly.
Go from there maybe. Maybe they're not here for that. It's too.
Maybe no.
Yeah.
Still
Right.
safe.
There you go.
Not safe.
gaming memories,